Hello everyone, welcome back to Clusterbmilkshake. I am your host along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Flip it, Mr. Chicken. Today we're going to talk about NPD, antisocial personality disorder, and anxiety. Now, one thing that people believe, I've been on Quora and people are like, they have these hard, rigid explanations for everything. Like, antisocials don't have feelings. They cannot, or psychopaths have no fear response. Now, when you take a test for psychopathy, they don't differentiate between factor 1 and factor 2, okay? So you're either 1 or have the characteristics or you do not, okay? You don't meet the criteria to be. And this always messed me up because I do have moments of anxiety and I do have fearful moments. So I didn't know what the fuck, Of course, as we know, I did have the test done on me, jazz hands, and I do meet the criteria. So what I want to tell you is I have low anxiety. So I am not diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. I do have moments where I'm anxious. And one thing that the therapist that diagnosed me said that I have something resembling counterphobia. And that is going towards the thing that I am anxious about, going towards the thing that I fear to calm down the anxious feeling or some bullshit like that. So if I'm anxious, I just don't give a fuck and I go do it anyways. Now, I don't like the falling feeling, okay? I don't like it. And so you will not see me bungee jump. You will not see me jumping out of an airplane. I do not like big dogs because I was bit by a big dog when I was younger. So that's kind of, ingrained in me. Danger, danger, stay away from those motherfucks. Basically the stray ones, Anyway, I was asked, what do you do when you are feeling anxious or in an anxious moment? And I'll get back into the counterphobia thing. But when I'm anxious, I feel this ping in my chest. And I will, if I'm alone or even not alone, I feel like I'm doing it anyway. I cringe, inside. I tell myself everything's going to be fine. And I bring myself back into the present moment because having anxiety is your brain is freaking the fuck out about something that has not happened or something that's going to happen, So like somebody would be anxious about an event that is going to take place down the road. And I had to teach myself that it's not happening right now. That thing, I'll deal with the thing when the day comes. Or if I have to plan something out, I'm going to make a list and I'm going to make a plan and I'm going to follow the list because I have to. This is something that I cannot procrastinate on or sweep aside. And this is what has helped me. I've also asked other people in my Cluster B chat group and they have used music. And there was a book called Rewrite the Anxious Brain. And somebody else said meditation. So I have done meditation in the past and it has worked out wonderfully when I take time to do that. I haven't done it for several years, but it really does. I don't feel, what do you call it, stressed about anything, or, nothing's really happening right now. But it is very helpful to bring me into a calm state to where I'm not so reactive. So this might be very helpful for those dealing with people like me who are unaware, and you meditating to bring yourself in a calm state. So when somebody comes at you, you will not be as reactive. You'll be able to think before you speak, or you'll be able to ask them more questions about their anger. And remember, a lot of narcissistic people and other cluster Bs are going to make you their problem for their anxiety, depression, and anger. Okay? I want you also to notice that when you meet someone and they're very aggressive, angry, belittling about somebody else, something else, it doesn't matter, it could be something happening on the news, anything, a past partner, their ex that they have to co-parent with, anything. Seeing all that anger, you might be happy that they are kind of giving that outlet that way, but it will come to you, okay? It's going to turn its head to you. Know this. So you kind of have to prepare yourself, because I don't see you guys telling nobody, look, I see that you're a really angry person, and I'm not going to be in this relationship anymore because I know that your anger is going to come my way. They're going to think that you're controlling and a fucking asshole or a bitch or something like, oh, you deserve? You're making shit up. You don't know that I'm going to do that, Yeah, yes, you is. Yes, you is. But if you stay in that relationship, you want to protect your mind by working on these things to keep you from being anxious. Walking on eggshells, you're anxious. Waiting for the next shoe to drop, you're anxious. You make up, when's the next fight gonna come? You're anxious. So you want to learn how to curb your anxiety so you are non-reactive. This is really good with texting too. Don't text right away. If somebody said something to you and it's triggering, try not to respond right away. This is very hard for me because I just want to rip your throat out and then discard you. Doesn't matter who you are, friend, family member, partner, doesn't matter. So you have to learn to take a breath. I have been practicing this stuff for years with my commenters. Now, you're throwing chum in the water if you come at me. So I'm trying to either delete your comment, take space before answering, or if I'm in a good space, I will answer without attacking you back, or I'm going to shame the shit out of you because it's in my nature and I don't fucking care in that moment. So just do these things just to protect yourself. Now, remember, I was in a very long-term relationship with a very angry person who had massive narcissistic traits. And I had to learn that I had to be the one to bring the peace. Okay? He was not going to bring the peace. He was this fireball. So when I learned to not react, we got along way better when I was able to talk without being condescending, sarcastic all the time. I mean, we were always sarcastic and stuff and joke around, but in real serious moments, if I was able to not react, everything would calm down. Also with me, when you gray rock and I'm angry and I'm coming at you and you do not respond, I'm not coming at you no more. You're not giving me what I want. I want to fight and you won't. So I'm going to take my energy elsewhere, or I'm going to kind of fizz out. Okay? Anyway, so back to the counterphobia, just one last time, just a few examples I just want to give you of what I mean by me going towards the fear. And I'm not feeling scared. I'm fucking stupid. It's almost like I like it, you know? Like if somebody, like I used to always say, I can't date you unless I know that you can kill me. Then I can respect you. You have that, you know, aura about yourself. And that is something feared. I think it's daddy shit, you know, because I wasn't afraid of my dad, but everybody feared him. And I felt like this badass that I'm the daughter of the person that you are fucking scared of, you know? So I go towards those types of situations. One time I was in Borders bookstore. Some of you guys remember Borders. And I was, I don't know, probably in the metaphysical section. And this huge, scary fucking Ed Kemper dude is in the area that I'm in. We're alone. There's barely anybody there. My cousin is someplace else. And I'm like, I'm not fucking walking away from the threat. Fuck you, man. You're not going to intimidate me. He could have choked me out right there. And I'm like, I'm dumb. And I'm like, no, fuck you, man. And I stood there. He came over my shoulder. And I'm pretending to read. And I'm like, you piece of shit, I'm thinking. And he's almost like feeling his breath. And so I put the book down. And then I walk away back to my cousin. I was pissed, but I'm not removing myself from the danger. Stupid. All right. So these are a few things that, you know, I go towards in fearful situations. Even I grew up in, you know, not the best town. I was 1% white, and there was just Asians, Mexicans, and Black community. And I was bullied. I had to walk through gang members and everything. One time there was, at my high school, there was a gang rivalry. And it was one group of people who were heavy metal. And I wore metal shirts all the time. I was not part of that group, but I did have friends that were in that group. And then it was, I believe I went to school, I can't remember. I think I went to school with the Crips, not the Bloods. And so they were having this little stupid rivalry. So for a whole week, I didn't wear my metal shirts, and I wore just regular white t-shirts because I didn't want to be associated with this bullshit. Now at the end of the week, I'm going back to wearing my metal shit. I'm like, okay, things have died down. I'm sure that I'm safe. This huge fucking black dude. He walks up to me, right behind me as I'm walking, going towards the gate to leave school. And he whispers in my ear the name of the gang that they were having trouble with. And I looked at him and I said, gangs are stupid. And he laughed, and I kept walking. Like I said, these things are just automatic and could get me killed. Anyways, so I hope that was helpful or interesting. And don't be like me. Please protect yourself and breathe through your anxiety and bring yourself back into the present moment. You are not reliving a past event from your childhood. That's something that we do when we have PTSD. And you're not in the thing in the future yet. Bring yourself back to the present moment, okay? All right, if I have to do it, you have to do it. All right. So, have a great day. Namaste.